Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lucia and this is Lulu's Leaves. Today I have a video for you guys. This is going to be my top 5 plants that hate me. You guys voted for this video on the poll on my Instagram. I will be starting to implement that a little bit more. So if you do want to have a say in what videos come out, in what order, basically you can just vote on those polls. You can see them on my community page. And yeah, then you have a little more say in what I'm doing here. Before I show you guys all of these plants, I do just want to say a huge thank you. Again, all of your support is so appreciated. If you're not already subscribed though, it would really mean a lot if you hit that button down below. If you do end up enjoying this video, leave a thumbs up as well. It does really help out my channel. If you're not already following my Instagram, you can also do that at Lulu's Leaves. I will also post sneak peeks as to what I will be posting that next day on my Instagram. And sometimes I find that's a little bit easier to keep track of than YouTube polls. If you want to stay informed, that's where you can do it. I guess I can just get straight into the video now that I've done all this talking. These plants may shock you. The ones that I've chosen tend to be quite easy plants, but in my care, they don't thrive. And I did want to make this video also to show you guys that it's not just you. Even though I may look like I have it all under control, I do have struggles with my plants, and it's very normal to have struggles with certain plants. And those might not be the plants that everyone else is having problems with, so don't feel discouraged. It's not just you. I will also mention that some of these plants hate me because of my mistakes, and other plants hate me because of unknown reasons. That's the way that I can put it, basically. We'll start off with one that hates me because I may have burnt it to a crisp. It's still gonna be okay. Like, I shouldn't say burnt it to a crisp. It's gonna take a little bit of time for this plant to start looking half decent again. And I'm so sorry, because this was one of my wish list plants. So this is my Hoya Fitchii. This plant, honestly, I can't even believe that I have it. I love it so much. It's not even that hard to find, but I really wanted it, so, and I couldn't find it for a long time. So it is still very special to me. It's not dead, it just looks really sad because I left it under a really bright and hot grow light for way too long. I forgot to turn it off at night and I had it on the max setting because I'm trying to sun stress my Hoyas. And this happened. So I'm not sure what you guys can see there. There are definitely some burnt leaves. The ones that aren't severely burnt are also very faded and just not looking their best. But it's not dead, it will come back. New leaves will grow in and they will be nice. I'll probably pluck some of these guys off when those new leaves do come in. But I'm not super concerned about this one. I do feel really bad because this was one of my favorite plants, or one of my favorite Hoyas at least. I kind of did it dirty. She didn't deserve this. I'm sorry. Praise the Lord. So I thought we could have a little, we don't need a funeral for this one yet, actually. No. So next up on my list is a plant that I have really enjoyed having, but I don't think she has enjoyed me having her, you know? So you guys have seen this plant in some of my other videos if you're not new here. This is my Calathea Roseopicta Cora. It is beautiful. It has really large leaves. This leaf is my favorite. It is bigger than my head, which is really cool. Honestly, I get really lazy with my Calatheas and I don't use distilled water. I don't use filtered water. I don't have filtered water, really. We use water bottles, which I really should use a water bottle to water her. But again, I get lazy and I just use tap water. A lot of these problems have to do with me using tap water because all of my plants do get good enough humidity. That shouldn't be a problem. And it doesn't look horrible from this side, but We have a lot of crispy leaves like this. Here are crispy edges. And completely crispy leaves. Oh yeah, this one's good. That's yummy. I will continue to take care of this plant and try my best to keep it alive because it is one of my favorite Calatheas. I don't know why. It just is now. I think it's because of how large the leaves are that this really intrigues me. Yeah, I really do love this plant. It just doesn't love me back, and I'm pretty sad about it, to be honest. But what are you gonna do? Next up, we have one of my more uncommon plants, and this one isn't looking bad. I'll just tell you that right away. This plant doesn't hate me in the way that it's dying. It hates me in the way that it just doesn't want to grow regular leaves. And it doesn't have pests, so it's not like I'm getting deformed leaves because of pests. It doesn't have root rot. Checked all of the above. This is my Philodendron Melanochrysum, and it has these two pretty leaves right here. And ever since I brought it home, it has only put out really weird looking leaves for me. And most of the time, those leaves get stuck and end up dying off anyways. Or I try to free them and they end up looking deformed. Honestly though, I think I don't know. I don't actually know. I'm just making stuff up at this point. This plant gets tons of humidity, so the plant getting stuck shouldn't be because of the humidity. But here is one of the leaves. This one actually grew coming out of another leaf at the same time. I don't know if you've ever seen those pictures of like a leaf coming out and then a leaf coming out on that leaf. It's really strange. But that's the newest leaf, and it's much smaller and not elongated at all compared to this guy here. There was a new leaf that kind of just died off too. That one was really tiny and dwarfed, but it is putting out a new leaf, so I will keep you guys updated and let you know if that looks any better. It has been on this pole tied up, so it has had all the opportunity in the world to dig its little aerial roots into the moss pole. And I'm hoping that by this time there will be enough support there that this plant will grow a larger leaf. But I'll show you guys. I don't know if that's focused. Oh, there we go. That is the growth point there. Part of that is where I kind of picked off the dead leaf, and the other part is the new leaf. I know that I'm not the only one who struggles with the Melanochrysum. A lot of people have other issues for other reasons where the bottom leaves will drop and they'll just have a really, really leggy Melanochrysum. That's not my issue yet, but I'm hoping that this kind of sorts itself out because I don't really know what else to do at this point. It's kind of in the perfect scenario. I have kind of been transitioning my problem plants into LECA, so maybe that would be helpful, but I'm going to wait and see what this leaf looks like and maybe another leaf also, and then I will make that transition if I feel I need to. So this plant really, really hates me. This is my, what is this? Oh yeah, this is my Hoya Heuschkeliana. I think it's the pink guy. So you can see, look at those. Those are wrinkly AF. I've had about 80% of the leaves fall off this plant already, and they've just gone yellow and fallen off. This plant is in LECA now, and it was transferred into LECA after all of this happened. I checked the roots. The plant was not overly dry, and it also wasn't overly wet. So I checked the roots to make sure there was no root rot, and honestly, there really wasn't any root rot. Like maybe one little strand was like a little bit going, but not enough for this plant to look completely dead. Luckily, the yellowing has stopped. I'm hoping that some of the wrinkliness goes away after being in LECA here, but it luckily has seemed to halt the yellowing at least, which is good. But I'm quite sad because this plant is really beautiful It's definitely not my favorite Hoya. I'm not a huge fan of like smaller leaves like this. I love my Mathilde and I love my Bella, but for the most part, I'm a larger leaf Hoya girl. But this one really hated me for no reason. I mean, maybe it wasn't getting enough light, but I don't know. I feel like drying out like this isn't a sign of low light or anything like that. Maybe like a combination of overwatering or underwatering, and I don't know. What am I supposed to do? Love me, choose me, pick me. That was my little monologue from Grey's Anatomy. I think I got it wrong, but yeah, this is my plant. It looks really sad and it makes me sad looking at it. But what are you gonna do? Honestly, like, it's hard to talk about these plants in this video because for the most part, I have no idea what's wrong. So, it's sad, it's bad, and I will continue to monitor it. How's that? The last plant on this list pisses me off the most. Why does everyone I know have the most beautiful Scindapsus Pictus exoticas? Hi Harley. And this is what mine looks like. I'm unimpressed if you haven't already noticed. This plant did suffer from root rot. I'm not sure how it suffered from root rot because I underwatered the crap out of this plant, and then I regrew the roots and all was well. I transferred what was left back into soil because a lot of the leaves that had root rot, their nodes and anywhere they had aerial roots was already rotted away, and it was only a single node. So this is what I was left with after I replanted everything, and it has not bounced back. I mean, these leaves feel okay, these ones here, but everything on this side is curling and it's not overwatered, it's not underwatered. I'm at a loss with this plant, and I'm really sad because I really liked it and I wanted to be a Scindapsus collector, someone who collects all the Scindapsus varieties, but I'm just afraid to because I know I'm not good at taking care of them. My Argyrius isn't really super happy either, and I've killed both of my pothos, so like, what's wrong with me? Do you see these plants? They're all happy. They're all typically much more difficult to care for, but I can't keep this alive. If you haven't seen these leaves before, they are just stunning. I hope that I don't discourage you guys from buying this plant because it is actually typically very easy to take care of. And if you like the look of it, you're likely going to be able to care for it properly. Maybe when I got this plant, it already had root rot and it was kind of doomed from the start, but I don't know. This really frustrates me because I feel like I should be able to take care of this plant and I just can't. Not sure where to go from here. If you have any tips or tricks, please leave them down below. I think this one's just a goner. I think I need to try again with a whole new plant and see if it's me or if it was just this plant. Because I don't know. All right guys, well that is it from me. Honestly, this video was hard to make. It kind of made me angry and I'm a little bit annoyed right now, but I definitely enjoyed making this video for you guys so that you can see I'm struggling too. It's not just you. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up down below. And if you aren't already subscribed to my channel, you can hit that subscribe button. And if you want to be notified every single time I post a video, you can click that bell button that sits right beside the subscribe button and click all. Then you'll be notified every single time. If you watched all the way to the end, please leave a comment telling me what plant you are struggling with the most, and I will know that you watched all the way through. With that being said though, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you have a great day. Bye!